Oh, hey, my betches. Welcome back to another Thrive and Survive Thursday. Today, we are talking about late summer vibes and how we keep the energy. These are tips for toddler moms specifically. So let's dive into it.
Let's get it. So how do you feel about summer ending? Do you get sad?
I mean, for us, because we're in the Midwest and it starts to become fall. You start to predict winter's right around the corner. And then you have like half of a year of just straight cold. Yes, there is a special energy when it comes to late summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely am starting to see the shifts in the energies and routines in my neighborhood, especially because the kids they've already been in sports camp all summer, right? Like everyone's starting to like think about a routine as things are coming to an end and school is going to be starting soon. And I get it because when you have a little one, like you can't just switch their schedules like immediately and think that a transition is going to be smooth.
Yeah.
I feel like for Florida, I'm just assuming this, but is it a little different? Because I feel like this is when you guys really start to get a break from the heat, right? Like after August, you guys get into the 70s. And it's just
no, girl.
nice.
No. It's in the 80s through like October.
What?
Yeah. Like Halloween, sweating in those long ass, like we have the opposite problem. Like you guys are like cold and you can't like show off your costume because you're freezing your ass off and you got a heavy jacket on. No. It's the opposite. Like Kalina was a cookie monster. Poor thing. She was sweating down.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what it would even be like to have a Halloween.
Where it's 80 degrees.
No, just where you don't have to layer up on top of the costume or underneath the costume.
No, it's the complete opposite effect here. Here it's like you're waiting until like the last moment possible. Like let's push 7:30 because it's so hot and you're like waiting for the sun to go down.
Oh my goodness. Well, then I guess we have like a little bit of a 50-50 per the norm, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to be talking about those late summer days, the final days of having those sunny, beautiful sunshine days. And then you can kind of like give us the opposite of like, hey, like you're already cruising through this, but you have Kalina at home and she doesn't go to school. So you're going to be giving some ideas on simple, enjoyable outdoor activities, what you guys are doing at home with her.
For sure.
And it will be a nice, well-rounded toddler mom conversation.
Let's do it.
Women need to empower women, and our voice matters. Bitch. Welcome to the Mom Bitch Podcast. This episode of the Mom Bitch Podcast is brought to you by BTRNation.com. Oh, hey, busy mama. Do you need a snack that is not just healthy, but also delicious? Check out BTR Nation. With low sugar, low carb, high protein, high fiber, and low sodium, BTR Nation snacks are perfect for keeping you fueled and feeling fantastic throughout the day. Whether you're tackling your to-do list or you're enjoying a rare moment of peace, these snacks have you covered. Plus, for a limited time, you can use code MOMBATCH to get 20% off and free shipping. So do not wait. Visit BTRNation.com. They even have a snack quiz so you can help discover your favorite healthy treats.
Okay, so for me, I'm noticing a shift in energy. Mm-hmm. And I think it is just knowing, like I said, that summer is going to be coming to an end. In August, we always go up to Mackinac. Mm. And that is kind of like my goodbye kiss to summer.
Yeah.
Because it's the perfect weather for me. You can be in the sun and it's hot. And then once it starts to get cool because you're right on the lake. And Michigan lakes, I mean, it's like a massive body of water. Like I think one of the lakes, it might be Lake Michigan or Lake Erie. I can't remember which one, but it could actually cover the entire United States with like a foot of water. Like that's how much water is in the Michigan lakes. Yeah. Wow. But you do get that chilly breeze. So like come 5-6 o'clock at night, we're cruising on our bikes on this island. There's no motorized vehicles. I think it's the only place in the country where they do not allow vehicles on land.
Wow.
And you're just really enjoying the outdoors. And so for me, this time of year, I'm trying to spend as much time outdoors as possible. A lot of that's like barbecuing, doing picnics. I'm trying to like take Laking on nature walks so that we're looking at like literally every single bug and flower that there is, because for us in the Midwest, a park is really rewarding. Like, and especially where we are at, we're in the city. And like we built our house because there's a park right in our backyard. Mm-hmm. And that's something that some people have to travel to. Yeah. You know what I mean? To get out and about. There's not as many like parks and pools, I would say, as some of like the hotter areas of the countries like Texas, like or even in Florida. I think you've lived in a community where you have like everything inside of your community. Yeah. So it's still warm here. It's starting to get not too hot, but it's just perfect to really savor in the outdoor fun. So my best advice for parents is, you know, like even though it's hot, like it was 80 degrees yesterday and we still went to the stadium. But one thing that we learned with a toddler, and I don't know if this is helpful for other parents, is as you do these things, kind of like map out where the sun's going to be, because we sat on the third baseline and it was scorching hot. But then we found on the other side of the stadium in that same like equivalence, it's really shady. So like we're trying to figure out, okay, like we just need to be outside as much as possible, but we need to figure it out so that once we are outside, Laken's having a good time and he's not miserable. Do you have anything that you're adding to your mini summer bucket list?
Not really, because it's summer, like I said, through October. I don't really have that mentality. If anything, it's more like back to school, you know, that thing. But like the weather, I don't feel like is as impactful. If anything, we're like more excited for the fall because it's more bearable.
You're like, come November.
Yeah, we're like, that's when it's nice.
That's so funny. And that's probably when we start thinking about, let's go visit Camellia and JJ in Florida. I've put together like a mini summer bucket list though.
Okay, go.
Okay. So like, let's talk about farmers markets. And I know you are
the queen,
pro a farmers market.
Yes.
So give me your like perfect farmer markets day.
I mean, it's been a routine now for, I would say, the past month. I mean, we have it down. So there's my perfect farmers market day, and then there's Kalina's perfect farmers market day. Okay, so we're going to get into those two things. So mine is I stop at the produce market, and it's great. They have it in a line. It's like a single file line. You line up. They give you, you know, if you don't have your own bag, they give you a bag, and they have the little calculator out. I'm like, I want 2 zucchinis. I want 3 plums, 5 squashes. You name it, it's there. They just tally it up for you. They will follow you through the line. And then at the end, they give you your total. That's it. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. And I've been doing that weekly. So we just get the produce for the week. And I find that it's lasting a lot longer. Like I bought blueberries. They have blueberries. And I was very excited about that. They're not as sweet as the ones in the grocery store. Fun fact about that. But they last longer. They don't get mushy. They don't get moldy. They don't get, the little white fuzz. So I'm 2 weeks on those and they look perfect. Mm-hmm. So they last really well. So then I do that. Then I go to the pork lady. I am not even kidding you. This is the best pork I've ever had in my life. I don't like pork. I think, it has that like weird flavor. It's kind of like gross. Like
I know what you're talking about, like a bad pork chop.
Yeah. And you're like, ugh. No, it's even like more mild than chicken. I mean, it really doesn't have like any like gamey flavor. It is like probably my favorite meat right now. From all of them, it's delicious. And they just harvested. So they had pork chops. She never had them before. And so we got a couple. They're expensive. I'm not even going to lie to you. One pork chop, $14. But have I ever had a farm grown pork chop where the pig, lives a happy life? No. So I'll let you know on that. I just got those. And then I go to the beef man and he sells grass-fed. He has grass-fed milk, grass-fed goat's milk. He makes goat's cheese. He has beef products. And then I go to the chicken lady. And the chicken lady has farm fresh pasture-raised eggs. She has even dog treats. She has pet food topper for the dogs. And so we've kind of got into this with the dogs as well. We have them on kind of like a more natural diet, and it's chicken necks. So they don't waste anything in these farms, So nobody wants chicken necks, right? So they mash them up. It's raw. And it also provides collagen for them from the bones. And as long as you don't cook it, it's safe for them. And so we top their food with that. And we get them chicken feet, which, how they sell those like dental sticks, but they don't have great ingredients. So chicken feet are the natural dog dental stick. It cleans their teeth.
Really?
Yes. It cleans their teeth, but also it's tasty for them. And it has collagen, all the good things that they need to eat. So we pick up the chicken feet from the lady as well. She has freeze-dried ones. They love them. They inhale them. And I got some chicken. She has a whole chicken drumsticks, chicken wings. Yeah. I got my parents into it. I got my dad going to the farmer's market. Okay. This is like a 60-plus-year-old man. Okay. And he was stuck in his ways. I'm like, you need to do it. And I see him at the farmer's market. Somebody touched me on my waist and I was about to ready to pop somebody in the face. And it was my dad. He's like, hey, I'm at the farm. I'm like, what are you doing here? And so now he goes, that's his weekly trip to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And he's like, these are the best. This is the best chicken I've ever had in my life. He's like, it's no joke, people. There is a huge difference between that and that. So that's my agenda. And while I'm doing this and living my best life and shopping, Kalina's throwing tantrums, fits, doesn't want to be there. She wants to do her own thing. So JJ is having another experience. Ooh. And they are going to the balloon animal man. They have a balloon animal man. So he makes whatever you want. She got a T-Rex. She was very happy about that the next week, she got a Stegosaurus. Not it. It looked like a dog. He handed it to her and she said, it's a dog. Like, she was so sad.
So funny.
It was so funny. And then they have a face painting person. The balloon animals are very affordable. They're like $3, $4. But the face painting lady, she's $15. So
yeah, I went to the zoo and it was like $20-some. I was like, that better be a full
a tattoo, right?
Face paint.
Like body, fingernails, we want it all. But yeah, she has a good ass time.
I love the farmer's market. We have one in Detroit, Eastern Market, and I love food trucks. It's just like, to your point, all local. Yeah. I love getting my flowers there, and I love having lunch there. Lakin is very like food incentivized. So if we're like, oh, let's go here, no. But if I'm like, oh, but they have a donut, I'll be like, oh yeah.
I love
farmer
that.
markets are the
like
best.
Kalina won't touch food. No, it's very hit or miss. Like
she's just there for the bougie face painting. Another thing on the bucket list I have is water play day. One thing that I've learned is always have water diapers on hand. I used to not carry water essentials with me, and now I do because
you never know.
You just never know when you might get invited somewhere. You never know when you might be passing a park. I just don't ever want to be like, oh man, I wish I had that to do that. Yeah,
that's such a good point because at our zoo, we always forget this, but there is this big old splash pad at the zoo.
Oh, that's
and my
nice.
kid gets down. I guess it's a Florida thing. My kid gets down with a splash pad, but most of the time, like we always forget. So we didn't come prepared with the bathing suit with the the swim diaper. She doesn't need that anymore. But when she did, so we would have to like strategically like bypass the area because if she saw it is game over. So that's a really, really, really great point.
Yeah. And then I haven't done this yet, but I really want to make homemade ice cream this year.
Easy
Is
peasy.
it? You've done it?
Yes, maybe. It's easy peasy. You don't even need like you can find a recipe without an ice cream maker. Like you just blend it up and then just put it in the freezer, pop it in the freezer, and you're good to go.
What?
Will it be as like creamy? Probably not, but it's delicious still. Yeah. I've made a couple where I just threw it in the freezer. Didn't even need the ice cream maker.
That's awesome.
So that's nice. Mm-hmm.
These are just a few small adventures, I think, that can help create some lasting memory.
I will say, though, with the ice cream making, I would probably not do it with the toddler because they do not understand the concept of like waiting. At least my kid does that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like I'm making the ice cream. It's kind of like my experience.
Yeah, for sure. I would just leave the toddler out of it because their chill is like
actually
zero.
A good point, though. In my mind, it's like we're making it together.
Yeah, so cute. And then they're like, I want to eat
like
it.
Cookies, right? Yeah, you're right. Because like cookies, you pop them in 10 minutes later, it's satisfaction. But ice cream's a different thing. Maybe that wasn't a great.
That's like a little tantrum. No, I love it.
Yeah.
Just do it when they go to sleep.
Yeah, do it when they go to. That's a good idea. When you wake up, we can have this. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get in some toddler routines, okay? Because toddlers, kids, you might have multiple kids. They've had this laid back summer. Now, I feel like even if you have a toddler that goes to daycare all day or stays at home, it's more so like myself equally needs to get into a more structured routine. So I'm starting to gradually introduce not like new bedtimes, but earlier bedtimes. And the reason being is right now it's sunny out. So like until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, does the sun go down in Michigan? So he's up till 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I mean, it's just natural.
Soon it's going to start to get darker out. So I'm just introducing him to the bed earlier. And that's been working for us because once the sun starts to go down a little earlier, I do want him to be ready to go to sleep so that he gets more sleep. Yeah. I've noticed with Lakin particularly, he'll sleep more in the fall and winter than he does in the summer. And I don't know if that's all kids, but that's just like what I've noticed with him. He'll stay up an extra 2-3 hours in the summer. He won't go down. And I think it's because of the sun.
It's because of the sun. No, absolutely. Kids are so much more like in tune to their like biological clock. Yeah. And they won't go to sleep. Kalena's like that too. Now she can vocalize it. And she'll be like, no sleep. Sun is out. I'm like, like they're really like their melatonin and all that does not set in until it sets down. So really daylight savings time is doing a disservice to everyone because it makes everything wonky.
Oh my gosh. Daylight savings time with the toddler is no joke.
No, I know.
It took a week.
Yeah.
And I was exhausted. I've never been exhausted during daylight savings time. Being a parent with daylight saving time is no joke.
It's no joke. It's like the bane of my existence. It's something that, when you're single, you're like, oh yeah, we get an extra hour. I'm like, fuck that. Like, I want to write all of the Congress people, senators.
Just get rid of it.
Please just stop it. No one's on a farm anymore.
When we fast forward, it's like 8 o'clock at night and it's bright out. Like it's like daytime.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very true. Kalena's maybe in bed by 8:30. Yeah. On a good day.
That's good. Yeah. I'm also trying to adjust mealtime routines because in the summertime, like we'll just eat outside. We'll just grab something. Yeah. Like I feel like you're not having full meals as much because you're so busy.
On the go. Yeah.
So I am now going to start over the next month making dinners and having it ready and sitting down as a family instead of like taking our sandwich outside, because for Lakin, it takes him a while to get into a routine. And right now we don't have a routine. It's just kind of like enjoy the sun, be outside as much as possible. But sometimes when he's inside, he won't eat. Yeah. He'll be like, no, outside. And then I got to take his meal outside. So I got to start thinking about how I can transition his mindset from summer to like a more structure, because we're not going to be eating outside in 60-degree weather.
No. I don't have any of these. Like, it's so different. The dichotomy.
I know, it's so different.
North and south.
That makes sense, because when I brought to you this topic, you were like, why? And I'm like, girl, like there's a lot changing. And you're like, your reaction was like, I don't get it. Like, we're not qualified for this. And I'm like, no, we are. Like, we're very qualified for this. But I'm learning it's like literally a Midwest thing.
I mean, it's just a northern climate thing.
It's just a northern climate
guys
thing.
Are
but
like
there's
bears.
A lot of people.
You gotta get ready for hibernation.
We're like getting ready for hibernation and making sure it's a smooth process. Yeah. But like, we actually have to adjust bedtime. We have to create mealtime routines. And this starts as little as 2 years old.
For sure.
Even though he goes to daycare all day, or even kids that don't, like, everything kind of gets moved earlier.
Yeah.
Because we have to adjust for hibernation.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have that here. You know, like back to school is a thing. But Kalena's schedule is ever changing. Now that she hit 3, a whole world of opportunities have opened up for her.
Oh, like
now,
what?
Like gymnastics,
tap
class, swimming.
Well, then you're going to have to change your schedule a bit.
But it's already happened.
To fit in all of these activities. So that's a good good topic to bring up.
Yeah. I mean, with every age, you know, everything kind of shifts. So when 3 came, it was like, oh, now we're in the big leagues. Now she can do like everything pretty much, you know. And she's potty trained. Like for her tap class, you have to be potty trained. And the age is 2.5 to 4. It's huge age gap. But she really wanted to do tap. She saw at the recital. And so she was a little jaded because she loves Buzz Lightyear. She loves Toy Story. And the performance right before hers was literally, they had Buzz Lightyear outfits.
Oh,
they were
my
doing
goodness, that's so sweet.
To You've Got a Friend in Me. And she was done. They had to hold her back. They had to restrain my child because she was trying to get out on stage to do a dance with these girls I saw them in the back wings. They were like, they had to grab her because she ran out to run. She wanted to go dance at Toy Story. So ever since then, she's been like, I want to do tap. So we found the tap class. So she's doing that. And I'm very blessed. I'm not even going to lie to you people. My parents watch my child and they take her to these activities. So it saves me a lot of time. So after work, I'm not running around. Like they're going to take her to tap class. They take her to swimming. You know, we do take her to some things, but a majority of them is them. And so I'm very blessed and thankful for that. And we have to time it. So my kid she's always been very low sleep needs. She's a little highly sensitive child. She's harder to get to sleep. She's always been like this since she came out of the womb. And so because of that, we have to kind of like time things. The kid will fall asleep in the car. Guarantee you. But you tell her nap time. She says, absolutely not. She's like, it's not time for nap. The sun's out. We're going to play. Like the kid has no off button, but the car, game on. So you kind of have to like time things because we know she'll fall asleep in the car. You know, swimming's at noon. Then she got gymnastics. So it's a whole puzzle piece into that. But
I think timing is really important. I never realized it. Actually, before I had kids and I saw people were on very strict time routines, especially like the more children they have, sometimes the harder it can be. I never really understood it. And I still to this day will never understand it fully because I only have one kid. But I do see that having a routine and keeping things as timed out per the day really makes a difference.
For sure.
It's really important. And I think it's also equally important for the parent because that's a little bit of self-care because you're thinking about yourself in those little breaks. And if something goes haywire, your day's all screwed up too.
Yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, this is just one kid. We have her in like 4 activities. You add another one, kaboom. You know?
I mean, this kind of goes into our next segment about self-care practices to help moms recharge too. This episode of the Mom Bench podcast is brought to you by BTRNation.com. Oh, hey there, Supermom. Are you looking for a snack that will fit your healthy lifestyle and allow you to keep up with your busy days? Well, say hello to BTR Nation. BTR Nation snacks are low sugar, low carb, high protein, high fiber, and low sodium. So it's literally everything that we need to stay energized and feel great. From protein-packed bars to guilt-free truffle cups, these snacks are designed to support your active lifestyle and satisfy your cravings, which is why they are my favorite. But the best part is we get to use code MOMBETCH for 20% off and free shipping. So if you're ready to upgrade your snack game, visit btrnation.com, grab your favorite snacks, and fuel your mom's superpowers. If you're in the Midwest or in a northern state, right? Like spending time in nature, That's nice light exercise. I'm taking advantage of all of the seasonal foods because one, it's not coming in our markets like all winter.
Yeah.
And then two, even if it does hit the markets, I don't tend to buy produce that's out of season.
That's smart.
Because it's shady.
It's just not the way. It's just not
it's
the way.
It's just not the way it should naturally be. And I think the more when you're trying to find strawberries in the middle of winter in Michigan, that might be a little sketch.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
The Europeans are like that. They have their markets every day. Every single day they buy what they're going to cook for the day.
I know. I noticed that. I read about that.
And it's all seasonal.
Yeah.
It's not, they're not getting blueberries in the middle of January. And so for them, food becomes more of a celebration because they look forward to things like, oh, summer, we're going to have fresh basil. We're going to have fresh tomatoes, and that's, so I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've really we were so jaded. We think everything's normal. Like, oh, I'm just going to go grab some basil.
Yeah.
Middle of February. It's not normal.
Yeah. I actually sometimes too have to Google what I shouldn't be eating based on the season because I'll go to the store and I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Then I'll get excited because I'm like having like a flashback to summertime. And then I have to check myself and say, and I don't want to get controversial, but I'll only buy produce from the USA and I'll only buy food from the USA. And it's not anything against neighboring countries. It's just I just don't have enough information to know. And I love that my grocery stores now are starting to have more local farmers and brands because I will buy that over anything.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to make a note too is if it says non-GMO and it's local, it's probably organic. They just can't afford to pay for that USDA label.
Stamp of approval.
So you can go to that brand's website or reach out to them and ask about their practices, which you do, and then feel comfortable buying from that if you're really wondering, is this a good product to purchase or not?
For sure.
Yeah. I also am going to start to utilize my gym more. So like in the summertime, I'm never in my gym. We made a gym. There's a sauna. There's, we're a big Peloton family. And I'm not really in it because I just want to be outside. But I am looking forward to doing more yoga and like sauna and like all of the things that I can do inside of my home. Yeah. But I think it's important if you don't have those things to think about investing in one. I do think like exercise and any type of like self-care within your house is important. And especially now they make portable ones. So you don't have to invest in a full-blown sauna. Like you can actually get one from Amazon. That's something that you can just set up when you use it. My girlfriend has one and she like, loves it. Yeah, I'll be like FaceTiming her and it's just her head popped out of the sauna. And it's like this big blow up thing that she has. But I think it's a time in the year, regardless of where you're at, to rejuvenate yourself because holidays are stressful. And we're going to be starting to get into that season where there's just a lot on women's plates, especially if you're working. There's just a lot more to balance.
Right. And the health factor with all the food we're eating. The sicknesses from back to school.
Yep. I want to read a good book. Like that's one thing. I have so many books that I've purchased that I want to read and I'm not a big reader, but as I get older, I am enjoying kind of immersing myself into fictional stories. Okay. And I'd really need to find time to like read. So I'm going to challenge myself to read at night instead of scroll on my phone.
Yes.
Because I am a sucker for funny videos online. Like I will sit on my phone for a half an hour just cracking up, crying, watching like funny stuff online.
I don't know if that's necessarily such a bad thing though. I mean, like how often are we actually laughing? Endorphins are pumping.
I know.
Probably not. Maybe just switch it up,
Yeah. It's more so days. Like I feel like the cancer coming from my phone screen.
That's
and being
true.
So like so much light in my eyes, especially because I'm on the computer all day. I'm just constantly in front of a screen. But yeah, no, it's not the worst thing in the world that I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I get into like my weird stuff where it's like anything that's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like aliens, conspiracy theories, like things I don't need to be like watching. Like, are you a real time traveler on TikTok? I can't figure it out. Like, how are you making these videos when no one's around?
Yeah.
All sorts of things. Okay. So I have a question for you as we start to wrap up. With Lakin, he's at daycare and if this daycare can see inside at any time we want, they have a video, which is amazing for me.
Great.
And that's the reason why he goes to this daycare, or I'd probably have a nanny, to be completely honest. And the food thing at daycares bothers me.
Okay.
Because they're not organic. And after the Done Honeycut episode, I asked if I could do their budget. And they told me no. But I'm not done with the fight. More so, they don't want to put that on me. It sounds like it's very complicated, but they're also a nationwide childcare. So I think that there's a lot of processes I'd be up against. But I see what he's doing and I see their curriculum. Like, what are you doing as far as like engaging in educational activities for Kalina?
Sure.
Throughout the year?
Yeah. So the nice thing about it is we're not, because she goes to my mom. So my mom kind of it's kind of like school, mom's school, you know, well, my mom, grandma's school. And so so the weekends are kind of more fun and it kind of takes the pressure off me to like be educational. And in that sense, I mean, we do educational things. Then we go to the zoo, whatever, but it's not like, you know, anyway, so my mom has, and to be fair, Kalina has a genuine interest in writing, like with the dry eraser board. So my mom has several of these dry eraser. She has one in Spanish. She has them in English. And she traces them. There's a huge improvement, like from the videos my mom would send when she would start, you know, and now it's like cohesive letters, and it's
love that.
But my mom says she just grabs it herself and she'll do it. My mom says, you know, week by week it's very different. She'll be more motivated some weeks, just like, you know, humans.
Yeah.
And I just take the pressure off of it. You know, like she's 3. I mean, if she's having a good time and she wants to do it, by all means, but I'm not going to force my mom to like do academics.
Like rigid.
Yeah, no. And so they read a lot, which is great. My dad is really, really good at pretend play, which is a huge, huge thing because I am not. Like I do it, but for me, it is like.
Can't picture you doing a pretend play or like
writing,
a role play.
I know it's like writing a novel,
essay.
Which is like, yes, it is just like unbearable. I hate writing. And not to say I don't love my kid. I do love my kid, but just for and I saw something on the internet the other day and it made me feel so seen, so validated. And this woman, she covers like parenting topics, but ties it into science. And she said that don't feel bad if you really cannot stand pretend play. She's like, I can't stand it either, but because our adult brains are not wired to think like that. And so to like force us to go into that is really, it's exhausting. She said mentally, it's like mental gymnastics. And that's probably why I just don't like it. But the long story short is my dad is just so good at it.
It's that grandparent energy. I'm telling you, grandparents are the unsung heroes.
I know. And so I go over there and pick her up. They have her laying on the floor. My dad's like playing doctor and he's like, oh, I think you broke your ankle. Like it is just the most elaborate setup. Or they have all her stuffed animals all in a row. And they're
so awesome.
And she's like, oh, we have friends over for a party and they're like making a cake and just like, it's just the most elaborate setups.
Honestly, I love that because sometimes in school they are pretty rigid where it's like, we're going to read this book. Like they only have so many resources in front of them. I don't know if teachers are vetted to be creative within themselves. Like you just are getting whatever person comes through the door. Grandparents, they promote learning in the best way. Like one of our best episodes on this podcast is talking about grandparents.
Yeah.
Grandparents, there's been so much research that their grandkids spark something inside of them that give them so much purpose that they basically turn into someone that you may have never seen inside of your parents before. Like think of all that life lesson and all of that magic that they're giving Kalina. And they're creating all of these things and doing all of these things based on like real life experience. Like that's a great way to promote learning and development.
Yeah.
Is just doing like creative stuff like that.
Yeah. So she's living her best life.
That.
I'm very thankful for it. I mean, I grew up, my grandparents lived in, across the United States. I saw them maybe once a year if I was lucky. So I didn't really, and they spoke Spanish. So there was kind of like that language barrier there.
Yep. I get that.
And so it was sad, I always wanted a deeper connection with my grandparents that I didn't have, but my daughter is getting the full treatment to that.
Amen. So. And your parents are going to live longer because of it.
Yeah, that's what the studies say.
Study 37% longer because they have something to live for, and they're also laughing and they're more physical.
Yeah.
Amen. Other activities I researched are like nature scavenger hunts.
Yeah, it's very
gardening, science experience, just different textiles and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I have a couple surprises for us. We have some listeners that wrote in.
Oh.
Yeah. Emily in Texas.
Okay.
She's been doing evening walks as a family, and she says it's a great way to wind down the day and enjoy cooler evenings.
I love that. No, it's so... Yeah. I love that.
And she likes, her toddler loves pointing out different animals and plants that they see. Okay. And now that you can get those apps, like you can actually have fun with it. Like I'm sure there's like an app where you can just put your camera up to it and it will tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Lisa in California said that they set up a small pool in the backyard and they have water play every afternoon. And it's just been a really fun way for them to stay cool and active, and it tires her toddler out for a good night's sleep.
Love it.
But thank you, Emily and Lisa.
Yeah,
we love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so as we wrap up, we just want to remind our listeners, like, just embrace the present moment, create lasting memories with your toddlers.
Live life.
I think we should launch a summer memory challenge. Where listeners share photos or videos of their toddlers enjoying the last season of summer.
Yeah. Love that.
Mom Betch Summers is going to be the hashtag.
Okay. Mom Betch
Summers. But I think it's important that we start savoring these present moments, creating these memories with our kids, and then just reminding moms, like, you're not alone in navigating these shifts. So like we have a whole community here to support us. Threads, if you're not on Threads as a mom.
It's huge.
That's a great community.
Yeah, it is.
But these things are happening to all of us. So let's participate together. Mom Betch Summers. Let's get these memories on. Let's get these memories on social media. I think it's a good challenge just to like share the good.
Yeah. We always need more good, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess until next time, keep embracing those late summer nights.
Yeah,
especially us northern people.
Yeah, right.
Take care of yourselves. If you are loving the Mom Betch podcast, we really want your help to like, subscribe, and rate wherever you listen to your podcasts so that we can get more Mom Betches to find us. But I have to give a shout out here for a second. Did you notice the quality of this podcast audio? That's because we have a podcast editor. Miraculously enhance your audio, get custom edits based on your preference, and let your podcast editor make the episode sound so much better with her audio content optimization. If you have a podcast or want one, talk to Taya, our podcast editor. She can help you strategize, edit, make social content, and keep you on track to make sure you have the very best show. AI can only do so much, so treat yourself and set up a free meeting with Taya to see how she can help you with your podcast. Go to tayachura.com/podcast. That's TEACHURA.com/podcast.
Women need to empower women, and our voice matters.